A complete unknown. The Bob Dylan story of sorts. But I do want to say this as I get started, because I got a lot to say. And supposedly, so James Mangold had a co-written a screenplay with Jay Cox, and it's based on the 2015 book Dylan Goes Electric by Elijah Wald. So I don't know what liberties were taken in that book. I didn't read the book. So for me, I'm basing my review off of a movie that was based off of that book, not Bob Dylan's life, because I have not looked into it at all. And I like his music. I like some of his music and I appreciate it. And I guess never really knew the story until now. But here, let's get into it. So some of my note, I have some notes on this one. So the music's very good. I do like Bob Dylan's voice. I like a lot of those old folk songs that Edward Norton. I don't, other than Joan Baez and Johnny Cash, I'm really not going to know anybody's name in this movie. And I'm going to have a hard time, other than Bob Dylan too. So basically the celebrities. Yeah. But for me, this movie was just kind of like, it was very boring. I just have to say, like, I was bored by the whole thing. Honestly, it didn't even feel like there were challenges in it. I feel like he got off the bus in New York City and just everything sort of worked out for Bob Dylan. I'm not saying, again, that's what the man's life was. I'm sure it wasn't. But it was so dry, and I don't know what we were getting from here. Like, the music was good. Timothy Chalamet looked like him, and I guess acted like him. I don't know much about Bob Dylan. I've seen him in some interviews and such, but he was older by that point. But he looked like him, sounded like him, and it was fun. It was fun, like, kind of reliving some of those moments. But you watch, even comparatively to a biopic that came out that still wasn't that great for me, but there were good performances in it, was the Elvis one that had come out. And comparing it to that, like, Elvis I can appreciate because there was some turmoil, there's stuff he had to go through. Bob Dylan just kind of seemed like he coasted. And in this movie, again, based on this book. So I don't know what you expected here. Like, I hope this isn't up. Like, the costumes are good. This should probably be up. And the set design, I made sure to put that down in my notes. Again, the music was great. And Bob Dylan was a dick. He was a dick throughout. So, like, everything worked out for him. And he was just kind of a jerk to everybody for no reason at all. A friend and some of his, like, managers asked him to sing old music, and he tore it up and pissed a lot of people off. He was just a dick throughout. I don't mean to give such an impassioned review on this, but like, that was like the last one I watched earlier, and I just walked away from it like, why was he such a jerk to everyone? That was the one thing I couldn't understand. Why was this man such a jerk to everyone and trying to screw everyone over? And but there was never any real draw. There was never any real heart between anybody. I never felt like he was in love with anybody, or anybody was really in love with him, or that anybody cared about anybody else. And he lied all the time. His whole life was a lie. So, based on this book, based on this movie, based on this book. So, again, I don't know the man. So I don't know what to expect here. If this gets anything, like, I like James Mangold. Man, this is not another good one. He does not have some good ones coming out lately. It's like a Guy Ritchie effect right now. But yeah, I don't know. For me, this was just a huge miss. I gave it a 2 because, again, the technical of the movie was fantastic every step, but the performances, there was nobody in the cast I really even cared about. Like, there was no draw for me in this. It was just a movie I just sort of watched. So it's a 2 out of 5 for me. I mean, I guess check it out. If you like biopics, you might like it, but if you like the music, I'm sure you really will. But other than that, thanks for watching this. If you're watching this as a clip later, or you're watching this live now, thank you so much. But let's get on to our next one. Bye.